On my kicker tonight, I am compelled to draw your attention to some global stories that we may not even have found time for in the Kenyan media in recent days. They are events that may find absolutely no relevance to you and our larger media audiences in Kenya. These are stories that are happening far away from our international boundaries, and they should ordinarily not bother you. And so, I'm not that bothered either, but let us do information just for information's sake. Now, earlier today, in the West African country of Guinea, opposition leader Umar Sila was thrown into jail to begin a 3-year prison term. Omar Sila, the opposition leader that also goes by the name Fonike Menge, was charged with, among other security-related offenses, calling President Alpha Conde a dictator. But analysts say Menge's troubles stem from his opposition to President Alpha Conde's move to push through a new constitution, a move that allowed him to cleverly sidestep the constitutional 2-term limit that he had already served. Conde became the president of Guinea in 2010, and his second term ended last year, 2020, but he changed the constitution and technically became eligible for another term. It looks like President Conte will serve most of his third term peacefully, having thrown one of his opponents to jail. Now, if you are shocked about Guinea, let me tell you about Nicaragua. The Central American nation is scheduled to hold presidential elections on the 7th November this year. That is about 5 months from now. But this week, 4 presidential candidates were arrested and detained under a controversial treason law that was passed in December last year. Invoking alleged foreign interference in domestic politics, Nicaraguan police moved in on the 4 presidential contenders, some of them regarded as the strongest challengers to long-serving President Daniel Ortega. The arrests are seen as an obvious move by the President Ortega to eliminate potential threats to his rule. Let's move away from Nicaragua and look at the Eastern Europe nation of Belarus, where the government, using military aircrafts, recently commandeered a passenger jet, diverted and forced it to land in Minsk, the capital of Belarus. Then followed the forced offloading and then the arrest of an opposition activist, Roman Protasevich. The president of Belarus, Alexander Lukashenko, has been in power since July 1994, and 27 years later, he is cracking hard on opponents in the media and has converted Belarus to what critics are calling the North Korea of Europe. And so it is Belarus, Nicaragua, and Guinea on what should well be described as an outbreak of presidential bad manners around the globe. For those well-versed with the global history of the 70s, 80s, and the 90s, those trends seem to be creeping back, and democracy, as well as the rule of law, may soon be on the receiving end yet again. A disclaimer again, Belarus, Nicaragua, and Guinea are not anywhere near the Kenyan borders. And this information is just information for information's sake. That is my kicker.